I am Professor Henry Mostert, the DSD NRF Saatchi Research Chair for Mineral Law in Africa. The chair was created to build capacity and expertise in the field of mineral law. We are contributing to building scholarship and knowledge and expertise in the field of mineral law across the African continent. The chair wants to concentrate on Africa's two most important resources, minerals and people. I'm responsible for the master's program in the law of the extraction and use of mineral and petroleum resources, which is offered by the University of Cape Town's Law Faculty. Through this program, we are growing the African intelligentsia. We are focusing on the next generation, the generation that can direct the future of the continent. To grow into a new prosperous future, we need to focus on human capacity. So what we're looking for is local, homegrown expertise. If you're wondering whether this degree is for you, you might be glad to know that this is a degree that is very versatile. You can approach this program in various ways. One way is to do the master's by coursework and write a mini dissertation of about 25,000 words. What we have found is that the more popular option is for students to do the professional master's.
Students enrolled for this stream do 4 5,000-word professional tasks, one for each course. The professional master stream is particularly well suited to busy professionals who do not have the time to write a 25,000-word dissertation. We also strongly encourage students for whom finishing their degree in 1 year is important to enroll for the professional masters. Our program is also offered as an MPhil.
So if you're otherwise qualified, you are still most welcome to do this course. So for instance, we have had engineers, scientists, even an oceanographer in the course over the past couple of years.
If you do not have an LLB, this is the degree for which you will be registering.
The program comprises of 4 courses. 3 of those are compulsory. That is the Comparative Mineral Law in Africa course, the Resource Revenue course, the Negotiating Extractive Agreements and Mining Contracts course. Then students get an opportunity to choose their 4th course to be either Oil and Gas Law or a new course that we are introducing for 2024, Minerals and the Just Energy Transition. Let me say a bit about the format of this program. We have structured it in such a way that professionals will find it easier to attend. Our courses are offered in blocks of 11 to 12 days each. So that means you can come to campus for about 2 weeks, and this you do 4 times a year for each of your courses. That is when the teaching and the in-course assessment happens. The format of the program is also based on a continuous evaluation model. In other words, many smaller assessments make up your ultimate mark. So you will find that there are in-course assessments, both oral and written. The students are expected to submit a research portfolio for each of the courses. And then there is normally a culminative assessment, which can either be a 48-hour focused research assignment or a sit-down examination, depending on the course. I would also like to draw your attention to important dates for 2024. The indication there is of an induction day, which is compulsory for all students taking the course. And then the dates for each of the compulsory courses, all of them are in person and compulsory if a student wants to take this program. And then the 2 electives that run simultaneously, where students choose either to do the Oil and Gas Law or the Minerals and the Just Energy Transition. The benefits that the program offers are varied, and it depends on where the student comes from and what they want to achieve with the program. Some students take this as a foot in the door towards further postgraduate studies. Some of our students who come from practice go back into practice with a deeper knowledge and experience of the field of mineral law and of a broader range of knowledge in relation to mineral law in Africa. So a part of our program is really also to acquaint students with the laws of parts of the continent that they would otherwise not necessarily be exposed to. This course has been running for more than 7 years. Over this time, we have managed to grow our own capacity, and I am very proud to say that the students who do this course have the benefit of being taught by masters in their fields, both from the practical side as well as from the scholarly side. I've always believed that if we can sit at the global negotiation tables or the drafting tables, confident of our expertise and sure of what is best for the continent, we'll have a better chance at making Africa an attractive investment destination without allowing it to be exploited.
We would like to share a little bit of information with you about postgraduate scholarships and funding for, not necessarily for this master's in particular, but scholarships that are available for students doing postgraduate studies at the UCT Law Faculty. The first place to start is UCT's Postgraduate Hub. If you search for UCT Postgraduate Hub, it should take you to the hub and to information on what funding is available. Or otherwise, you can email them. A very good place to follow them is on Twitter or X, where they post opportunities regularly. What you can do is set up a meeting with the Postgraduate Hub and the people in the Postgraduate Funding Office, and they'll help you to navigate the opportunities, processes around applications, and so on. We also have a number of funding opportunities in the law faculty. We are committed as the Faculty of Law to providing as much funding as possible through donor-supported scholarships. They are all on the faculty's scholarship funding page. All of those scholarship opportunities are also listed in the law faculty's handbook. The call for applications for the faculty scholarships is usually made in November every year for the following year of study. One of the other key funding opportunities for postgraduate research in South Africa is the National Research Foundation. They used to only fund research degrees, but increasingly they are funding coursework postgrad. So I've just got a couple of top tips as my last bit of input. One of the places to go is UCT's Handbook 14, and that is full of opportunities for postgrad scholarships. Tip number 2 is be flexible. See what you think might work and might not. You may end up applying for opportunities that you initially thought you would not be eligible for. Keep your marks up. That's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is plan ahead. I would suggest, as my tip number 5, to follow UCT postgrads on social media and to gather as much information as you possibly can. Tip number 6 would be to ask for help. If you get stuck, email us at the faculty. My final tip would be to start looking today. Timing is everything with regard to scholarship applications. These are applications that you would need to make before the year that you would be registered. If you're planning to study in the following year, start looking now. I think the thing to remember really is that if you don't ask, you don't get. There are opportunities, but really the effort is up to you. Go and look for those opportunities, go through the resources. Even if you think you're not eligible for a scholarship, ask anyway, let them turn you down. Don't you be the one to say, oh, that doesn't apply.
My advice would be to take advantage of all the support at your disposal. We have an excellent law faculty with very prominent academics. Everybody at Mineral Law in Africa is always willing to assist you.
Be consistent. You will achieve success when you have that self-discipline and that consistency. As with all postgraduate degrees, it requires you to put in the effort.
It's important to keep one's GPA high, because only then will you attract maybe scholarship opportunities that you may not even have to apply for. So they just give them to you based on your academic performance.
I hope this little video has given you some sense of how we operate and how the program for the law on the extraction and use of mineral and petroleum resources is being run. Thank you for listening.